Welcome to how to evaluate any algorithmic system and what every sophisticated investor should know before spending $1, guys. So, big welcome to you guys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Brian Devens, and I'll be taking you through the next several modules on how to be a sophisticated investor and evaluate these complex systems. Okay. So, the whole goal of this course, right, is to make sure that your next investment decision is the right one. Okay. Some of you have had previous experience with algorithmic systems. Some of you, it's your first time. Either way, you're in the right spot. And some of you, you're even using a system right now and you kind of want to know, should I keep using it? Is it the right one for me? And where should I go from here? All of that's going to be answered. So I want to give you a warm welcome. And the honest reality, guys, I'll jump right into it, is that there are legitimate systems, right? And there are convincing lookalikes. And it's not about not being smart enough. It's not about not having, experience. It's just not having the tools to see it. Okay. So there's pretenders and then there's contenders. Okay. And we're going to learn through this course in very quick, easy ways, extremely fast ways from years of institutional experience, from years of building these systems. Okay, how we can identify them really easily. And I can't wait to share it with you. So stay tuned. Okay. But the whole honest reality is there are convincing lookalikes that are going to be higher risk profiles that are going to put your capital at more risk or even an imminent danger. And we're going to identify those. And then we're going to be able to identify the positive side, right? If we know what one isn't, we know what one is, and we can put our capital to better use. And we want to make that transition, like we talked about, to sophisticated investors. And we're going to do that through several steps. Okay. We're going to find legitimate systems and you're going to have performance, the performance you've been looking for, whether you haven't gotten in the past or you want more of it. It doesn't matter, but this is how you do it. And this is the course that's going to bridge that gap. Okay. Now, I want to take a second and have a serious moment with you guys. This course is very serious, and I'm going to get serious with you, and I'm going to tell you the dirty, honest truth about everything. Okay. The reason is there's a lot at stake. Okay. Everybody knows there's hard earned savings at stake. The idea of investing capital is to put that capital to work. The idea of it not working out is very, very detrimental. Okay. There is a lot at stake. These aren't hypothetical numbers. This is the kind of stuff that I see every day, unfortunately. When someone runs into a system and doesn't know how to evaluate it, and then the result is catastrophic. Okay. Hundreds of thousands of dollars is at stake. These are real people, real money. And you may have been here before. It may have not have happened to you yet. And I hope it won't. And after this course, it will not. This is the last time this is going to happen to you. Okay. So the stakes are very real. And it's not because any of these people were reckless. Every one of you have done due diligence. You're in the process of due diligence. You made a great decision to take this course, okay, because it's going to arm you and it's going to give you the tools that professionals and sophisticated investors use to stay away from catastrophe and actually get performance out of the market. Before I go any further, though, I do want to tell you some real stories, okay? These are actual real stories, okay? I know these people. Some were clients, some were friends. It doesn't matter. I got tired of hearing these stories, and that's why the course is right here. So, Stephen was actually a client and a friend, okay? Stephen, and a client now, excuse me. Stephen started making 25 or put 25,000 into a system that was working. Okay. He started small, just like many of us do. Okay. It did start to work. So he scaled to $150,000 of his own capital in it. And it was working and he was scaling and it kept working. So he scaled even harder. He put $400,000 into a system. Okay. And this isn't just the total amount that was in the account on top of the growth that he got within the short time that he was using it. I think it was just over a year. Okay. The account had grown to 900 something thousand dollars. I think it was 980,000, just shy of $1,000,000. Okay. The system was an expensive system. He paid probably close to $20,000 for it. It had great marketing, real social proof, lots of users. And what happened was that one day that day came and it wiped his entire account out. He lost $400,000 for a specific profile that we're going to be able to identify in less than 5 minutes after you get through this course. Okay. In fact, it's one of the first things we're going to tackle. The second situation was Orlando. Okay. This is a current client, but his past story came to us because he lost $45,000. Okay. Orlando found a gold bot, right? Very popular, very, very incredible return numbers, 25 to 50% monthly returns, no losing months, drawdowns under 15%. If it sounds like stories that you guys have here and you're evaluating current systems, it's definitely out there. The numbers look too good. But within 4 months, $45,000 of the savings were gone. We're going to identify exactly how this can happen, how it actually is possible for a short period of time, and what happens and why the $45,000 will disappear every single time. Adam's a different story. Adam found a system with a high win rate and it looked great on paper, right? But the losses ended up being 10 times the size of the wins over time. And it quickly changed from a nice looking curve to a sawtooth pattern. And he lost 40,000, $20,000 for the system. Okay. And 20,000 more around that for account losses. Okay. Ended up the vendor disappeared anyway after a while, but he had already pulled the plug on this, guys. So another $40,000 wasted. Okay. The pattern is real and it happens to real people and happens to smart people. The idea here is that they have no experience in what exactly to look at besides what's given to them by the data that they have. And this course is going to reveal that pattern, but show you how to quickly reverse that pattern. Think like a sophisticated investor, identify things that are quick and easy, and avoid all of this trouble and the catastrophe that can happen if you pick a system that has hidden and unexposed risk and you're not aware of it. So that's the idea. Where they are today, okay, all of these people are clients. You know, they've gone through the course, excuse me, and they found systems that work for them. Okay. So Steven has one real system now. Now he's in sustainable more returns. It's been 2 years and counting. He's not making those mistakes anymore. And he's not dreaming of, the calamity that he had. Okay. Orlando now knows to avoid, I mean, this guy's hilarious. Awesome. Spots high risk systems all the time in seconds. He sends them to me now as a feed just for a joke. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. No more wasted capital. It's fantastic. Adam is the same thing. He now knows exactly what a broken profile looks like, and he's not making those mistakes anymore. So everything that you're going to learn actually is able to be used ahead of time. It's not hindsight. And that's so important because that's the value in understanding all of these concepts and putting on a sophisticated investor mindset and using those tools, using stuff that we've developed over decades of what to look for, how it operates with real experience. So you do not have to suffer the same fates that these guys had to go through. And if you already have, it'll be the last time. Okay. That's really important. It's a passion of mine. And you're going to hear that thread over and over. So what's ahead? All right. We have 6 core concepts. Each one would take most investors decades to learn. Okay. I've done that already. I've had the experience. We do this professionally, and I'm going to drop all of that stuff right down in 6 core easy steps. And I really mean that. This is not a math heavy thing. This is not a quantitative. You don't have to be a genius. All this stuff is pretty cool because some of this stuff works in 3 seconds. Some of this stuff takes about 60 seconds. Some of this stuff takes about 5 minutes. Nothing takes that long. And the benefit of it is that on top of that, if there is some sophisticated situation that comes up and you're unsure, you have access to me and you have access to these weekly calls. So if you're not on those or you haven't signed up for them, you got to do that. But overall, guys, what's ahead is this system will eliminate 90% of what's currently in front of you, usually within 5 minutes. What's left is 10% that we got to dig a little deeper. Okay. But that 10% has the single digit percent of the systems that will work and protect your capital and grow your wealth. And that is the secret to being the 1% who actually makes money in the markets instead of being in positions where they didn't understand the risk or they underestimated the risk or the risk was hidden from them deliberately or unintentionally. Okay. So let's get to the next module. We're about to talk about, some of the history, where this came from, and a little bit about me.